Hey everyone, Andrew Sitsafola here to discuss my new documentary short film, 34 Days in 2018. Let me focus my camera a little bit. If you watched my discussion video for my last short film, you would know that there were a few bits in that I found to be personally insane. This film blows anything like that out of the water. This is one of the most nuts things I've made. And it all came together in a very interesting way. If you haven't seen the film, it is available on YouTube as well. I will link it wherever it can be linked. And I pretty much explain the premise of the movie in the movie. It is about me when I was 13 years old and in 8th grade. I got grounded because I was missing too many assignments in all of my classes, and I kept a tiny handheld camera from that was made in like 2005. That was actually given to me by my parents to use for recording stuff. I kept that, and I just documented my experience. Originally, I wanted it to be turned into a YouTube video at the time. So, like, back in 2018, I wanted to take the footage and then upload it to YouTube shortly after it was filmed. But I didn't have a computer then, and I didn't exactly know how to get the footage from the tiny disc in the camera onto my phone. And I was like, frick, what do I do? And then I kind of forgot about it for a while. But then I was going through my room, and I found the discs in like 2022, and I got the footage onto my computer, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting to see. But I don't know if I'm going to actually do anything with it. And then when I did my first short film, I got it. After I completed that, I was like, wait a minute. This footage that I have, I could put this on my portfolio. And so I made it into a short film, and now it is out into the world to be experienced. And I am going to discuss every nook and cranny of it in this video. Behind the scenes details, not really deleted, kind of deleted scenes, no bloopers, because I'll explain that later. But there's not really anything to be bloopers, because it is a documentary. I did label it as a documentary. I did also label it as a comedy. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm just going to have some fun discussing this with you, as I do like to go in depth into stuff that I hyperfixate on and my projects. Before I even start with talking about the film, I wanted to talk about the poster that was made for it. This was done by... it was some of it done by me, but most of it done by a good friend of mine who online and professionally goes by Fluffy Blakey. I asked them if if they can help me out with this. I specifically went to them because I actually met this person around this time. And so I thought it'd be very interesting to have them help me out with it in a way. They do commissions. It's usually furry art commissions. But I asked them, could you please do this this special exception for me? And they were like, yeah, sure, of course, why not? And so yeah, they put together the calendar and the background, and I put up the title at the top, and I also put the little star on my birthday because it's my birthday. And it does happen in the film. And so after discussing that, I've got a bunch of notes right here in front of me. They're on my phone, pressed against the mic. So if there's any weird taps on the mic, I'm sorry about that. But without further ado, here we go. All right, so even before getting into the daily entries, a few small things to talk about with this text intro. First of all, this is my first time doing this kind of opening text to introduce the premise. So please let me know if the text moved by too fast or moved by too slow. I'd always like input on the stuff I do. So if you have an opinion on that, let me know. I specifically chose Times New Roman as the text font because Times New Roman is, of course, the font used widely for school projects and papers and whatnot. And this is a movie about me being in middle school. So I thought that felt appropriate. I specifically put quotes around the word sneakily. Kept this camera because I went back and I talked with my dad about this, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I noticed you doing that. And I was like, okay, why not? Because there were a lot of things in my childhood where I thought I was getting away with it, but my dad knew it the entire time and just let me get away with it. So yeah, he's pretty smart like that. But yeah, 2005 Sony Handycam DCR DVD 92 camcorder camera. I got all of that off of the camera itself. I have the camera still. It's not with me here. But I do still own it, and I got all that information from it. I think either that or I just did a bit of researching to get like the full thing because I thought it'd be funny to give out the full name here. I was going to put a little bit of text after this part where I say, this footage has not been edited until 2025 by 21-year-old Anderson Zafola. But I just felt that it was more appropriate to go from this short bit of text into the daily entries. The background and the audio is all the audio is white noise that I repurposed from later in the recordings, and the background is actually from what you'll see later in the film, where I just cover up the screen with my hand and I just looped it. So there's some fun editing details for you right there. think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about with this. So, yeah, let's move on.
Day 1. I have just spent an entire day without my electronics. Oh my god, was it tough to get through. I have to get all my missing assignments done before I can get my electronics back. I got like 20 to do. Today I completed 3. 2 of them were homework assignments for the weekend. Well, damn it. This is definitely going to be an interesting experience.
Okay, a few things to talk about with that. I say that I had to get all my stuff done before I could get undergrounded, and that was true. But just to like fully give the context, my dad specifically said that I will be grounded for the amount of time that it takes me to get my assignments done times 2. So if I got all my assignments done in 15 days, then I would have gotten ungrounded in 30 days. That's how he put it. I didn't feel the need to explain that part because that just sounded a little too complicated to mention. But anyways, here's me, 13-year-old me with short hair and a weird baby mustache. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, this was before. This was actually at the time when I started thinking maybe I shouldn't only have buzz cuts because my mom really liked giving me and my brother buzz cuts our whole life. And then around here, 13, 14, I was like, maybe I should grow my hair out. We'll see what happens. And then my hair got as long as it did. And now it's being grown back out again. We'll see how far I go with that. The aspect ratio, I decided to keep the aspect ratio of the footage as it was originally made, just to like keep that extra bit of authenticity to it. And speaking of authenticity, I did decide to keep in the bit of me turning the camera off physically. I didn't want to edit this down too much because I don't know. It was originally supposed to be turned into like a highly edited YouTube video, but as I was going through it, there were some bits that I wanted to edit down, but there were other bits where I was like, let's really keep with this vibe of using this kind of camera in this kind of scenario. And I'm in my childhood bedroom that I've recorded many things in the past, including scenes in my first short film. I got it. I do not have that chair anymore. I got rid of that chair a long time ago. I still have those glasses. I'm just looking for things to talk about at this point. But yeah, let's move on. Oh wait, I went a little too far.
Experience. Day 2. Yeah. Day 2. I just got out of taking a warm shower and realized that I have 2 projects here that I have to use the internet for. So I told my dad, hey, I have these projects that I need to use the internet for. And he's like, Okay, you'll do them at school. But on the plus side, I got this today. What is this? Well, it's pillow. It looks like this one when it's like this. When I do this, though, oh my god, it's black like Batman. I also got that cool turtle. What makes it so cool? Well, when I push a button on it, oh my god, it lights up the sky. I don't even know if you can even see it. Can you focus? Focus, focus, yeah. Oh my god, I can't see it. It's so dumb.
Okay, a little more stuff to talk about right here. Sorry if you hear stuff in the background. Maybe my roommate or other shenanigans going on. I'm pretty sure when I say like day 1, day 2, I'm pretty sure at the time I wanted to cut that out. And I just said it on camera just to like keep track of what the days actually were. But I decided to keep them in the film just because it feels like actually starting like a daily diary kind of thing. This bit of me putting down the camera and oh, I went too far. I was trying to turn off the audio. Why is it doing that? Why is it? I don't. Okay, I guess I'll just turn it down on my speaker. This bit of me physically putting down the camera and going to pick up my glasses, that's all real and authentic. Let's see. If you got a keen eye, you may have noticed there is a right when I start to show the pillow for a bit, like I don't talk for a few seconds. If you have a keen eye, you would notice that there was in fact a tiny cut just there. That was me just pressing record button and immediately stopping recording. I don't know why I did that, but it was done, and I decided to keep it in because I thought it was funny. I got this pillow from Luke, I believe, and have fun with that, and I have some more fun with it later. This light up turtle I've had since elementary school, and I just felt like going to random things to discuss, and I still have that turtle and I still have that pillow that Luke gave me. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Okay. Oh. And cut. There is a cut in the audio from day 2 into day 3 where I'm like, oh my god, this is so dumb, and then I cut. That was that's one of the leftover YouTube edits that I decided to keep in, or YouTube edit ideas that I wanted to keep in. And there's a few of those later on in the film as well. I tried to when it came to like the stuff I was doing in the film and the stuff I was talking about and how I originally wanted to, the stuff I kept from how I originally wanted to edit it, I tried not to censor myself, if that makes any sense. I'm 13, 14 years old in this, and we all look back at pictures and videos of ourselves and cringe at what we do or say, and I didn't want to I didn't want to cut too much of that out, and I really didn't cut that much out of the movie at all. But I did that because like this at the like the stuff I said in the film was all that I wanted to put out into the world at the time. So I'm just kind of trying to stay true to myself in a way, stay true to a past version of myself, whether I think what I say is funny now or not. I thought it was funny and or interesting then, and I wanted to put it out, and so it's being put out. Finally, 13-year-old me would be very interested in hearing how this ended up being, but either way, let's move on.
Oh my god, I can't see it. It's so dumb. Day 3. So I'm like doing this math problem here with like $6 a hot dog, $4 a soda. I'm just asking, in what kind of situation would a soda cost $4? Day 5. Okay, so I freaking hate today. I don't know why. Because all I got out of today was a pounding headache. My dad allowed me to watch a video on his phone for school, and I fell asleep while I was watching it. So, what I did is I went to the shower. I was like, maybe a shower can wake me up. All I got out of that was a pounding headache. So I went to go ask my dad for headache medicine, but realized that he had already left to meet his friend's new baby. I hate my life.
Okay. 2 entries of stuff. I didn't really feel like there was much to talk about with this soda thing other than haha inflation. Haha. And also like I don't drink soda, so I'm not sure about maybe I thought I knew what soda prices were at the time. Maybe soda isn't even $4 now. I'm not sure. Because I don't drink soda. So yeah, but with day 5 right here, again I was talking about trying to be like authentic to myself, and this is me like genuinely complaining about my day, my very rough day as a 13-year-old. And like I said, this is what I wanted to put out into the world at the time, and so I decided to keep it in, and to also keep in that level of authenticity. I do not remember whose baby I'm talking about here, but a little editing bit right here. I
hate my life.
I said before, like, I wanted to keep in me turning the camera off and on, but this is the only time that this happens in the film, where I fake when I do turn the camera off. I added in a little sound effect from later because at that point I kind of just kept recording for like 30 seconds of like nothing, and then I turned the camera off. I don't know why I did that, but that's what I did. Actually, here's that footage right now.
I hate my life. Yeah. Day 6.
Can you see why I wanted to cut that out of the movie? So apologies for faking a transition here. But you probably wouldn't notice if I didn't bring it up. But anyways, time to go on into further days.
Day 6. Stupid thing happened in school today. So lately, the 8th graders have been, goofing around in the hallways and the cafeteria, fighting, the usual stuff. So today, a police officer came in and yelled at us while we were in the cafeteria. He was like, "Hey! Shut up!" And then we had to stay in 3rd period for the rest of the day. Kinda sucks, but I lived through it. Whatever. Also, remember when I said that the pillow was black like Batman? There's a Batman Begins symbol. There's the pillow. I think I did a pretty good job. I don't know if that's my ego talking or my ego. Day 7. I'm staying the night at my mom's apartment. And, yeah, here's my room. That's Aiden's bed. That's my bed. There's a bunch of clothes on it. Because we're prepared to bring some clothes over here because I'm going to be living here half time. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. Yeah. I also counted, and apparently I've gotten half my work done. So, yay! Also, if you want to know how I got the camera here without my parents noticing, I snuck it under the clothes in my book bag, just in case. What?
What are you doing?
Nothing?
Are you changing?
Okay, 2 days of things to discuss. This story here with the cop and my 8th grade thing. I vaguely remember what I'm talking about with the cop yelling at everyone at lunch. But I do not remember staying in 3rd period for the entire day. That's very interesting to hear. And part of why I did this was to hear these interesting things that happened at the time, because I'm far along in life to where I would have completely forgotten about a bunch of things that I say here. So I think it's very interesting to hear that kind of stuff. I either printed this out at school or I had my dad print it at home. I don't remember exactly. But here is me in my mom's apartment at the time. This was right when my parents were getting divorced, like officially, and my mom going off to live in her own place, and while my dad kept me and my brother's childhood home. So I mentioned living halftime at my mom's apartment, and that's very funny to hear, because that did not end up happening. I did not ended up living halftime at my mom's. I actually ended up going to her place on the weekends, and then my dad got bothered that he never saw us on the weekends, and so we moved it to every other weekend, going over to my mom's place. Divorce, everybody. What a fun time. For everyone involved, of course. I mentioned that I was not a big fan of the idea of living halftime at my mom's, not because I don't love my mom. I love my mom so much. I love both my parents immensely, and I'm incredibly grateful for both of them. I believe at the time I was just bothered by the idea because it just like sounded just exhausting going back and forth all the time. So that's why I said that. This tiny interaction with my brother Aiden from behind a door. He was 12 years old at the time. Of course, it's not scripted. It's a genuine Aiden jump scare. And I don't remember if I ever told Aiden what I was doing with this. I say that I'm doing nothing in this because I don't want my mom to find out, even though she probably heard me talking to the camera. So yeah, I don't know if I ever told Aiden about this. But I actually did tell Aiden last night that this was coming out and that clips like this would be in it, and his response was my brother. His response was cool ? I guess. Thanks, Aiden. Anyways, it's all good. I don't care. Anyways, let's just move on to this weirdo day right here.
Day 9. Actually, this should be like day 8, because I'm recording this on day 9, but I'm talking about day 8. Yeah, I got all the homework that I had with me this weekend done, so I was allowed to watch Avengers on this thing. But, and yeah, I plan to record on here about yesterday, but I fell asleep while watching Avengers. So anyway, right now, my dad is out doing a bunch of stuff. He's doing a lot of errands, noticeably food shopping, and he's trying to go to Apple to try and fix my phone again. Yay. They emailed him yesterday. I don't know what about, but I think it's because they found a battery, and he's ready to bring it in. Yay. Hopefully the Apple people don't screw up. Oh yeah, also my dad said that I must clean my room and do my laundry and frickin' do the leaves in the front yard, and we'll get a reward if we do. Guess what I found while I was cleaning? A little gift from Hanukkah that my dad gave me. Can you even read that? Hang on. 2.5 hours later. So my dad came back, we put away the groceries and stuff, and I asked him if he got my phone fixed, and he was just like, well, the Apple people said that it'd be done by tomorrow, but I just got a message saying, it's done today. So I'm gonna go back out. Bye. Yes, I know, Dad, that's not how you talk, but deal with it. Also, look what else I found while I was cleaning. Apparently, I have crystals.
You want to play some more ball? Anderson,
What?
please get me out.
No.
I didn't mean to come in here. I was trying to take your phone. Hey, if you were taking my phone. You're the one who's not making my phone charge, so.
Help me.
This is perfect. You're staying in here until you further. I'm not
Wait. Help me. Help you.
Yeah, what you're trying to do. I ain't not escaping you. Help me, help you.
Okay, quite a bit with that. So I talk about wanting to do an entry for day 8, but I didn't do it at the time, and on day 9 I said I was going to do it. Actually, in the recording, I make a little transition to that was supposed to be for going into my entry for day 8, but I just didn't remember to record an entry for day 8 specifically. So that was just very awkward to watch back. Here it is, actually.
Fell asleep while watching Avengers. Anyway, here's day 8. Yeah.
And yeah, my dad, very generous to allow me to watch a movie as a reward while I was grounded. I'm gonna say a couple more times how generous my dad was. Speaking of which, this little coupon thing that he made that let me get it. This coupon is good for 1 week of your regular chores being done by dad. You must turn this coupon in and your week starts that day. Love, Dad. Love you, Dad. I don't remember if I ever used this coupon, but it's just very funny to see. I talk about my broken phone. At the time, the battery in my phone was acting really strange, and just like going all over the place, like from 100 to 0 in a few minutes, among other things. And also like some apps on my phone, like it would say that I have an app, but it wasn't like appearing on my home screen. I didn't even mention that part to my dad, but they fixed it themselves. And one of those apps was YouTube. So I got to finally use the YouTube app when I got done with being grounded and whatnot. All the stuff on the walls is genuinely what I put up at the time. One of them being this Toy Story 3 poster that comes back later in the movie. I have a video somewhere of me doing stuff with this rock and breaking rocks. I don't know if I can ever find it. I'm not going to show it to you right now because I have no idea where it is. But there's a video somewhere in the back of the storage unit where we get an origin story for this rock. And if I ever find it, I'll show it to you guys. We get another cameo from Aiden and another cameo from Luke Goss. One of my best friends, and they're just behind a door yapping to each other. They're kind of both locked in there right now because it's not like easy to notice, but the door is actually flipped because my dad was getting fed up with my brother at one point and decided to flip the door so he could lock my brother in his own room. And that was definitely an interesting way to torment him. And he just I think he just locked himself and Luke in this room. And Luke's like, "Let me out." And I'm like, "No." Also, we sing a Logan Paul song that was recent at the time. Luke used to be obsessed with Logan Paul. Thank God he's not now. Let's move on.
Day 10. My God, something happened today that I'm never going to forget. So, while we were on the bus, we came to this intersection with stoplights. At that time, I wanted to scream something out the window. I don't know why. Sorry for that, I just woke up. There was this girl in a car with the window open in a line of cars. I opened and yelled out the window, "Eat your veggies, kids!" She burst out laughing. I really liked that because not only was it funny, but it made me feel better. Thank you, girl, whoever you are, or even if you watch my videos. I don't know. I'm ending it today. This is my home now. This is my home now. It's not the best, but it's something.
Yawns are contagious, kids. If you saw me watching it, I yawned at the same time that I yawned in the video. At the start, there is a tiny pause before I say, day 10. And just another bit of authenticity, I think. Again, I say, if that girl watches my videos, because again, this was supposed to be turned into a YouTube video. So that's why I said that. The end of this bit right here is where I got the audio and the visuals for the opening and closing of the film, where I come on, show it, where I put my hand over the camera. I just looped that. I took that part out and repurposed it by looping it and just adding text over it. The wonderful world of editing, folks. And then this big thing of garbage is right outside of my mom's apartment at the time, which you can see from me later being at my mom's apartment. So not really much else to discuss, and not really much else to discuss for the next few entries. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy a few before I pause again.
It's not the best, but it's something. Day 14. At my mom's again. Woo. Almost done with all my stuff. Woo. Everyone but me is taking a shower. Woo. We're gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm gonna turn the temperature up to 62. I don't know how many more ways I can rhyme. Woo. Shut up, it's late. Day 17.
Okay, so where is it?
School's closed because everyone thinks it's gonna snow, so I'm watching a little Thor Ragnarok because I can. Wow! Hashtag no copyright. See? What'd I tell you? 'Tis the frickin' season. Day 18. And just like that, the snow's gone. Bye-bye. Day 18. Again. I had the craziest dream last night. So keep in mind that at the end of day 17, I finished watching Stranger Things 2. Great show, by the way. Great season. If you haven't checked it out, what are you doing? In the dream I had last night, there was Bob, and I think it was like talking smack about the Mind Flayer. You know, the thing in the sky. And like, I don't know how, but my mind, it saw that image of the Mind Flayer behind the gate. I thought of the head actually coming through the orange thing and appearing as like a physical head with like a face and veins and teeth and that stuff. It definitely did look more like a skull than anything, but yeah, I don't understand how I didn't wake up from that.
Okay, a few entries to talk about, a few short entries. It's me and my mom's place. And like right here, I'm like kind of risking what I'm doing, really trusting that my mom is still in the shower, because I'm like standing out in the common area to pick up the DVD of Guardians 2. And also I turned the temperature to 62, but I turned it to 72. What you gonna do? And also say that I don't know what else to rhyme with woo, even though the only other word that I rhymed with woo was two. So whatever. My very generous dad allowing me to watch Thor, as I'm still grounded. And the copyright joke, again, for YouTube video originally. I showed it snowing outside. Now it's not snowing. That's so sad. This patio is not there anymore. It is completely changed. I talk about a dream I had involving Stranger Things characters. A dream that I do actually remember, surprisingly. I remember what I'm describing here. But I also, I said Stranger Things is a great show, a great season 2. My opinions on Stranger Things after season 1 have changed quite a bit. So that's just interesting to see. I think Stranger Things 5 comes out later this year, actually. Supposedly the finale of it. So, hey, wouldn't you know it? Stranger Things. Blah. And I don't know what else to talk about here. And so I will move on. If I press the play button correctly.
That looks like a gun.
I got it. Day 20. Actually, this is something for day 19, but I didn't want to say it in day 19 because I just wanted that joke, and Ragnarok's one of the best Marvel movies out there. So I got this birthday card from my uncle, cousins, and aunt, and this is what my uncle had to say. Happy birthday. Well, you know what a birthday means, right? It means absolutely nothing for you. No cake, no gifts, no fun for you at all. It really means that you need to give everyone else cake, gifts, candy, and fun. Oh yeah, and you have to mail your favorite uncle a check for $1 million. So don't forget the check. Love, Uncle Dean, Ruth, Jeremiah, and Aunt Suzanne XO. He wants a check of $1 million out of me. I actually made the check yesterday. Here it is. Very real check we got here.
Okay, so this bit with me dancing to the birthday song from Thor, that was actually recorded on day 17, because I didn't know if I was going to be allowed to touch the movie after that day. So I recorded that ahead of time. Here's actually a bit of me doing that.
Preparing ahead for day 19.
On the stage. That looks like a gun.
Actually, preparing ahead for day 19 the right way. Actually, hang on. Yeah, it looks good.
There's got to be a gun on the stage.
And when I fall, I trip on a table that was made for Thomas and Friends wooden railway stuff and other just tiny train toy stuff. But obviously I hadn't been, well, not that obviously to me, but not to you. I hadn't been playing with train stuff then, so I just like turned it into a table where I just throw a bunch of stuff on. And thankfully I got rid of that table eventually. And this was day 19 was my actual birthday, my 14th birthday. So I'm 14 now. Well, this is 14-year-old me. That other clip was recorded before my birthday, so that was 13-year-old me. This is 14-year-old me. Time, everybody. That letter that my uncle sent, that was real, and I was reading what he was saying. And this fake paper check is something that I actually mailed to him. Well, I asked my dad to mail it to him. But it was still sent off to him either way. And I'm pretty sure he liked it. I don't remember what he said, but I'm pretty sure he liked it. Because he usually has that kind of good sense of humor, if not obvious by what he said in his letter to me. My hands are covering my address because for some reason I put my actual address on the piece of paper, knowing that I would show it on the camera. And I didn't even notice that when I first put the piece of paper up. And, like, obviously, you can't really read it that good because the quality is not great, but I was still worried about people reading my address. So I blurred it out probably in what I'm going to show you. But here is me figuring it out on camera, live.
I'm going to need to blur out. Oh, I need to blur out my address.
All right, 3 minutes left in the movie. Let's see if I can get this done real quick because I actually have to go really fast after I'm finished with this. So here we go.
Very real check we got here. Day 26. I'm going crazy right now. I'm not seeing my friends. I can't text, call, FaceTime, email, or DM any of them. I can see them at school, but I don't care about that because it's school. So, I went with an alternative, and I'm starting to make new friends. Call this guy Barney, because he's blue. Wait, Barney's purple. I'm starting to forget things. Day 27. I got no clue who any of these people are. Except I know that guy. That's Buzz Lightyear. The rest of them I don't recognize, so...
forgot to pause it for a second. So jump into day 26. Obviously a big jump. If you saw my first short film, you would know that I am prone to procrastination. And so here comes my procrastination. And it does bite me a little bit when it comes to the ending of the movie. This bear right here. I still have this bear, and I've had this bear since I was a baby. I'm pretty sure it was a gift from my grandma Jody, and yeah, I like it a lot. It is my best friend. This was also when I was like starting to plan out bits for the rest of the recordings I wanted to do. I had this like little thing where like I'm going insane, guys. Oh my god. And so I start with making new friends out of stuffed animals, and then tearing down the poster on my wall, and later being like, what's going on? What are my current events? And I wanted to do more, but I will explain that later in the movie as well. I specifically say that I recognize Buzz Lightyear. I didn't actually not recognize any of them there. That was for the bit. But I said specifically that I remember Buzz Lightyear because I wanted to do a specific YouTube edit that I will show you guys right now. But beware, there is a bit of a volume warning.
I got no clue who any of these people are, except I know that guy. That's Buzz
Lightyear, the world's greatest superhero now, the world.
My 14-year-old humor, guys. And then I like tear off this poster a bit, but actually, just fun fact, that poster actually just stayed there for a little while longer. I don't know why I didn't just tear it down and put something else there. I didn't know. It stayed up there for like a year longer. So I don't know why. I'm just not that prone to change, I guess. But a big change up in the film is this this black screen and these noises. If you have no context for what this is, I understand completely. If you're just like, what in the world is going on? So this is a sound of one of my parents' dogs, Xena, whining in. I don't remember where it was. She was in her crate. I'm trying to remember where the crates were in the house at the time. But yeah, she's in her crate and she's whining. I don't remember what it was about, but I know it wasn't me because she was whining before I turned the camera on, if I remember correctly. And there's a little heartbeat you hear because that was usually there to help all three of my parents' dogs try to go to sleep. But obviously Xena was not going to sleep because she was yapping a little too much. And I guess it motivated me to record this really weird bit of it without explanation. And I was like, it would be funny if I just kept this in the movie. And then I did. So, yeah, that is that. And we're now going to go into the ending of the movie. The last entry.
Day 30.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Day 30. You know what? I just remembered something. I have the entirety of the Captain Underpants series. I just read this in the meantime. I have every one of them aside from the 6th and the 13th. Or And also 14th. Is there a 14th? Has Avengers Infinity War come out yet? Who's the president? Did KSI and Logan Paul fight yet? I need to stay tuned with my current events!
Usually I'll let it go a little longer. Alright, that's the end of the movie. I still have all those Captain Underpants books. Definitely outdated when it comes to having the entire franchise now. I do not believe I bought a single another book after this period. Catch up with my current events. Did Avengers Infinity War come out? Yes. Who's the president? Somehow still Donald Trump. Did KSI and Logan Paul fight? Yes, they did. Twice, actually. I can't say that I expected there to be 2 Logan Paul references in this, but he was the talk of the town at the time, considering he was fresh off filming Suicide Victims. If you don't know anything about Logan Paul, that was probably the most insane thing just to randomly hear. But yep, this is a real man, and somehow still has a career. The movie ends with me being like, I need to catch up with my current events. But that was not the last thing that I wanted to record. I will act it out right now. But there was at the time I wanted to end the movie. Well, it wasn't a movie at the time. I wanted to end the video with a clip of me on my bed with my arms around my legs, just going kind of like intensifying the whole I'm going crazy bit. But again, prone to procrastination, and I didn't do it before I got ungrounded, which was 4 days after that last entry, and it felt disingenuous to record any more after that, because I was ungrounded and the whole thing was documenting my grounding. So it's not a very satisfying ending at all. I personally think it's kind of a bad ending, but that's just kind of what it was, what it ended up being. And again, my weird fixation on trying to keep to the authenticity of how it was made. I say film by Anderson Saffola just because I didn't want to go into all of the different kinds of credits, because it's all just me. If you thought my last project was a vanity project, this is a tried and true vanity project here, with a little cameos from my my brother and best friend Luke. As said, right here is just their voices. But yeah, that is 34 days in 2018. Let me look through my notes. Same background and audio as the beginning that was repurposed. Again, Times New Roman. I don't think I wanted to mention anything else. Yeah, I think I'm good. There are no bloopers to show you this time, because the bloopers are just me stuttering, and no one wants to hear 2 to 3 minutes of me stuttering. So I just opted not to show any kind of bloopers. But yeah, that is my short film, 34 Days in 2018. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have watched it, if you haven't watched it and somehow went through the entire video of me explaining it, you can still watch it on its own. Again, linked on YouTube wherever it's linked. And yeah, this was a weird trip down memory lane. And yeah, I'm gonna end it here because I gotta get going because I have a trip to Africa to go on, actually. So yeah, that's it for this discussion. Thank you for watching the discussion. Thank you for watching the film, whether you liked it or not. And yeah, I will see you in the next discussion video for my next short film or film, whatever it ends up being. Take care.